Hey, welcome to that place that stranger used to take you behind the school that you weren't supposed to talk. Oh, no, I mean Jews in the media.
Whoa. We're not talking about that, right?
Wait, what? Oh.
I don't know.
Wrong show. Sorry, folks.
Starting over.
Hey, happy thing.
Yeah, those things. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man?
Not too much. How you been?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy Jew Year.
Happy Jew Year.
Happy Jew Year.
Merry Christmas, because Christ was Jewish. So say that too.
Speaking of Christmas, do any of your neighbors celebrate Christmas or your roommates?
No, but there are a couple of people at the office who are not of the Jewish persuasion. They're not members of the tribe.
For
I like how that works.
Do you have a lot of Russians? Do you have a lot of Russians at your work?
There's like a couple, but they don't really identify.
In Russia, Chris.
No, actually, that's not true.
They
That's
celebrate
not true.
like it's not like Christmas, but I don't know what the hell they call it, but it's like New Year's. But they do the whole tree and the presents and everything. But they do it on New Year's, not Christmas. But it's like all the stuff you would think of Christmas, but they have it on New Year's.
Christmas is celebrated entirely differently in Russia. Like Jewish families grew up with a Christmas tree.
It's as if you took out the religion to it and just made it like a state holiday.
Christmas,
like here's a winter
Christmas
festival.
Tree and presents. I guess there were presents as well.
Oh yeah, that's why you can
was
go to all the
no-
Russian. That's why you can go to like Tivtom and find all the Christmas stuff.
Right.
Because they celebrate it.
And
they
then-
have a Christmas
and then-
tree at their homes and presents.
And then in like July, you see all of those candies from Christmas at all of the discount stores.
All right, I'll take your word for that.
I mean, they don't expire.
In the States, they would be
last for a long
95%
time.
off at Walmart the next day.
Yeah, exactly, or at Dollar General, or that's kind of funny that if you go to AMPM sometimes they have products from Mega. They actually sell products from Mega. Toilet paper, random like store brand items.
Well, they probably buy like Overstock or whatever.
I find it funny that you go to one grocery store and they have items with another grocery store's name on them.
Look, AMPM isn't
that's
exactly
zero,
a
though.
grocery store. It's an oversized 7-Eleven. Without a Slurpee.
Yeah, but would you see a 7-Eleven with Circle K stuff on it on their shelves?
Maybe.
Do you know Circle K? Did you have Circle K?
No, I know Circle K from Florida.
Cumbies.
No.
Cumberland Farms.
Oh,
Cumbies.
Cumberland Farms, yeah.
They call it Cumbies.
I don't think they still exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sad. I wonder about Honey Farms.
When I was in the States last time, it was called like, the Happy Go Lucky Yankee Cranky cigarette store or something like that. Owned by those people.
The people of that persuasion.
Yeah.
Yes, Christmas. It's funny.
Christmas
I actually took a video.
Oh.
I took a short video at the clock tower in Jaffa Yaffo, where they had a Christmas tree in front. I wonder what the U.S.'s response would be to that. That there is a Christmas tree. In the States, we were so up in arms about the Christmas. I never had a problem with the Christmas tree. Like I thought at Rockefeller Center.
Why would the U.S. have any thought whatsoever about there being a Christmas tree?
It wouldn't come from themselves, but like if somebody had mentioned it to them. No, because there was a whole movement to get the Christmas tree out of Rockefeller Center. They had the Christmas tree in front, and then they didn't for a couple of years. Yeah, so apparently there was no Christmas tree for a couple of years because that liberal Jew-run media got them to take it out. I don't think it was even the Jewish I think it was cultural appropriation. People that were fighting
I
our fight
never
for
heard
us.
of the tree nut, the Rockefeller tree.
Yeah,
nut being
for a while. I forget what it was. It was a gingerbread. It was like a gingerbread man or something. It was something non-denominational, just something completely benign, and because nobody could deal with that triggering.
I'm smelling fake news.
No, this actually happened. I've seen the pictures.
I think I'm calling shenanigans.
Okay. Well, you can look it up if you want to.
I do want to, but the computer's in front of you, so you have to.
Oh, you got the mouse right there.
Well, how does that help me?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Here.
No tree at Rockefeller Center Christmas thing.
Okay, let's see what we have. We're gonna look at images, and we see here. Let's see, you looked at Christmas tree.
I want to see a news report where it says there's no Christmas tree.
Ah, okay. The Christmas tree comes back. Let's see.
Or here, go to the topic and I'll search again.
Okay.
When wasn't there a Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center for Christmas?
That's too many words. It's too many words.
Well,
Christmas tree, Rockefeller Center. No. Tough. Well, whatever. I don't know. It's somewhere around the world. Maybe it wasn't in Rockefeller Center. Yeah. We're saying Merry Christmas again.
When weren't we saying Merry Christmas?
I don't know.
I mean, I say it every year. I text people on Facebook, Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, me too. I should be offended though by it because I'm a Jew. Shouldn't I be offended by it?
I don't think you have to be. I don't think it's mandatory.
I don't know. Expectations say that I'm supposed to be offended by it.
I think that you have the right to be offended if you're a tight-ass idiot who likes to be offended by things, but you don't have to be.
I think people are just culturally appropriating my feelings that I don't actually have.
I didn't know you had any feelings.
Exactly. That's the whole point. I don't have them. But yes, I have said Merry Christmas to many a person, Jew and non-Jew alike.
Well, I walked into my office on Christmas and I wished everyone a Merry Christmas.
I actually, you know what? It's here. You see it right there. The edge of my Christmas hat. I rode to work wearing a Christmas hat.
Really?
Yes. And I wore it.
Sleigh?
I actually got to the office and there was a meeting going on, so I heard the meeting occurring outside, so I took it off because I felt it was not the right time. But yeah, I wore a Christmas hat to the office, and then home that evening, on Christmas Day. Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah, because I don't care. But I did want to get that video of the Christmas tree because people. They think that we're supposed to be Jews are supposed to be so offended by a Christmas tree. Or maybe it was Muslims. I don't know. But I just wanted to share that video of the Christmas tree in Tel Aviv.
Did you share it?
No, I did not yet. I don't know why I didn't. I think I wanted to include it with the podcast. Huh. Because I wanted to give it some sort of context, but I could just type that as well.
Well, then you should upload it onto our YouTube channel.
Perhaps I will.
Don't put it onto the YouTube page. Yeah, don't put it onto the thing. Put it onto the other thing. But that doesn't matter right now.
But that's not important right now.
Entirely different altogether now.
Entirely different.
Yeah. So, big changes are taking place in the United States as of January 1st.
Big news is.
Recreational marijuana is now legal in California.
And
Massachusetts.
And Massachusetts. And where else?
And someplace else that I don't know
Delaware.
where. Hey, I'm in Delaware.
I'm in Delaware. That's the only thing other than what was it from another movie that Mike Pence is from Delaware. First state of the union and no sales taxes in Delaware. I know those 3 facts from
That's why
funny
we always
people.
used to drive up to Delaware and buy cheap cigarettes and then go back to Jersey.
How far was it?
I don't know, 2 hours.
Was the gas money worth it?
It was a significant savings on cigarette money. Yeah.
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 That's how a lot of the on kibbutz they don't have alcohol tax. So alcohol is extremely cheap there. Like you can get a bottle of we used to get bottles of tequila when I was on Ulpan. We would get bottles of tequila for 7 shekels.
Yeah, well,
it was
also worth
it was very much worth No, but you know what? It was nowhere near as bad
turpentine with a worm in it.
No, this was also theoretically or it was called tequila. I went to Cyprus. I was in Ayia Napa with 8 friends from kibbutz. And we're in the pirate club. It's called Pirate Club. Pirates and nets and things hanging down from the ceilings. It was one of my friend's birthdays.
8 guys in the Pirate Club doesn't sound like nets. And I'm
moving on. So they had they found out it was my friend's birthday. So they brought us 2 bottles of alcohol. 1 bottle of champagne. Well, it cannot be legally referred to as champagne because it was probably not from
blah,
Champagne.
blah, yada, yada. Move on. Come on.
And this bottle of tequila. So we downed the champagne. Champagne was easy. The tequila, not so much. This was not meant for human consumption. They say tequila can make you sick.
Did you consume it?
Well, they say tequila can make you sick.
Did you consume it?
You have to consume it for it usually to make you sick. We smelled it and got sick.
Really?
Oh yeah, this was not good stuff. So yes, it does get worse than the 7 shekel tequila because I remember that because we.
But did you consume it?
No, we made it a dare to consume it. Like I dare you to taste this. One of us did. Yeah. We had to carry him home in a body bag.
All right. Well, that's a good story. That's usually a good sign of a good weekend in Cyprus.
No, the sign of the good weekend was
the more dead bodies you have to come home with.
The sign of the good weekend was leaving the house with the intention of getting to the bar, which was 2 blocks away, and not being able to make it to the bars 2 blocks away. We did pregame. We did pregame drinking, and it was too much. I learned how much not to drink that day.
I have
an ambulance came up behind us, by us.
I had a friend
with the little, the little thing you break. It's like ammonium or ammonia.
Yeah.
So they had to come by and break one of those for my friend, to wake him up. They thought he was dead.
I had a friend once, and he was not exactly the same kind of story, but somewhere along the lines, I guess. He got himself his hand on some angel dust, and he was supposed to come over to my house to help me work on a car. And the guy lived 2 blocks away. 2 blocks away. Okay? 5-minute walk. 7 minutes if you're walking really slow. Okay, like a summer day when you're too hot to walk.
Right.
Okay, maybe 7 minutes. But generally 5 minutes. Let's say 3.5 minutes if it's cold out and you're freezing your balls off. But let's just say it's a 5-minute walk.
How long? How far? How many
blocks.
inches was it?
2 blocks.
Okay. 2 blocks of inches.
Yes, 2 blocks full of inches. And so I called my buddy up, and he said he was going to come help me work on my car. And he said he was smoking a bowl, and he was going to leave his house. So 2 hours later, I look up and I I see him walking down the street, and he's like moving like about a quarter of an inch each step. He's just like these little itty bitty tiny steps,
just sort of like
it like the smallest possible. It's like it's still like the smallest possible increment you could actually move and still be actually moving forward. Okay, this is how slowly.
Technically, he was moving forward.
Okay, and I couldn't believe it, and I was sitting there for a while watching him come. Finally, I was slapping him around like, what the hell? Apparently, he had smoked some angel dust. That's what he was smoking before he left his house.
And it just makes you really slow?
And he to this day, I don't think he has any idea like what exactly happened in the time it took him to get to my house. But it took him 2 hours from the time I called him on the phone until I saw him like down the street from me. Well, so technically, at that point, he'd only gone about a block and a half.
Let me ask you this: at the rate that he was walking, could he have left his house, like whatever, smoked or snorted or smoked?
Oh, I know what happened that day. I know what happened that day. It took him 2 hours to walk to my house. He was walking that slow. He was that fucked up.
Okay. Nice.
I suspect he smoked, left the house, and then it hit him as he was leaving, just like, or maybe he got part way to the house and it hit him. Yeah. And then he was walking. It
sounds kind of like these. I don't know if you've seen any of these videos of this guy who does things on Salvia. This is hilarious. I've never tried it. I've never seen it. I don't even know where it comes from. But this Salvia stuff, like there's this string of videos this guy does, and it's like driving on Salvia, and all of it sounds terrifying. Driving on Salvia, well, I guess not all of it, because the next one is planting on Salvia, like potting plants, and there's another one, writing a letter to Congress on Salvia. And
do you want to plug his YouTube channel?
I could
we could just go. I mean, because if all you're going to do is sit there and talk about this guy that has a YouTube channel and you could watch all these things, you might as well at least plug him if you're not going to tell an exact story or something about it.
I don't remember the guy's name, but he's very serious. Plans to drive, plant, whatever it is, gets everything ready, lays everything out. He's talking about, buckling himself in, checking his mirrors, making sure everything is right. But first, we need to take some of our salvia. So he has like a pipe, and he's smoking some salvia. And he says, you have to hold it in for whatever. And then just disappears. Like he is no longer a part of this world. So he has this wonderful plan of doing all of these tasks and being productive, writing a letter to Congress, and he sits there and he starts writing the letter to Congress, and as it starts to kick in, the pen just sort of trails down the page, and it's just he starts planting, and he's holding
what is that? Shit. Damn it! It's getting further away now. Of not Lord of the Rings. Holy shit! The Holy Grail. Tell them I said "arg."
Yes, quite.
And the pen drops off to the
exactly.
cave drawing.
Exactly. So, he's sitting there with the spade, getting ready to plant his little flowers, and he just curls up into a little ball. There's a cat laying there, just sitting in the car. There's a cat on the hood of the car, and he freaks out for a second, but he's just no longer with us.
I see.
It was hilarious. It was enough to tell me not to do salvia. It just doesn't look like fun. It looks like one of those things that's just going to give you a headache for
No, none of those things look like fun. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Yeah.
So, but I was watching CNN or something, and I caught this news report.
No,
and I swear that might have been the way I decided to get into the story. So this might have been a segue. I don't know. Now I forgot.
So anyway,
I saw this news report, and it was about recreational marijuana use in California was legalized.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right.
And it showed someone swiping a credit card.
I saw this.
And I was under the impression that was illegal because federal banks weren't allowed to take this money because banks weren't allowed to take the accept credit card payments because technically it's still federally illegal.
Well, it's all about the merchant, the type of merchant that they're setting up, how the card is being run, whether you're a store, a restaurants and hotels and car rental places, they'll have a different way of handling it. Like hotels and car rental places, automatically or part of the merchant category. Like part of the package of being in that merchant category is
maybe if the pot shops also sell T-shirts, they have like a clothing whatever that classification
it could be.
would be.
Maybe they have a separate
and they're just like selling
T-shirts.
Maybe they're selling T-shirt, selling pot and ringing it up as T-shirts.
That could be, but I don't know.
That's pretty dangerous to risk your business. Your brand new recreational business.
I don't think that's right. But they have the credit card machines,
and there was a video of them swiping a credit card.
For Visa to permit that,
two different videos I saw with two different credit cards being run.
For Visa, for any of these credit card companies, but Visa is one of the most common ones. Visa or Mastercard. American Express is harder to deal with, but
leave home
Visa,
without
Mastercard. Leave home without it for sure. But for Visa or Mastercard or either of these to accept to use those cards, that means that federally, on the federal level, they're aiding and abetting in drug dealing.
Yeah.
They're providing the financial support.
Well, not just for Visa, for
selling
any banks.
For any banks, a federally illegal substance. And that's interesting. I don't know. Maybe
from what I understood in Colorado, that one of the biggest problems was that they had no place to keep their money.
Yeah, they had.
They had to keep armed guards and like millions of dollars in cash. In the dispensaries.
Cold hard cash.
All of the employees had to be paid in cash. All transactions had to be cash. So I was really surprised when I saw them ringing up this credit card because there's no way that they can be doing that credit card legitimately, quote unquote, legitimately as the way the laws are set up.
I don't know. I don't know how that
really
works.
Weird. It seems really weird that they're risking this new system by doing something as shady as that, especially on the first fucking week.
Exactly. So when I maybe listen, that could have actually been stock footage or footage from somebody who was even if they had a prescription, had a license, not buying it recreationally but buying it with a medical license, that's still the credit card company recognizing it as a legal medication while the federal government still did not. Yeah, the credit cards are they have to follow the instructions of the Treasury and all of the other organizations. I don't know. That's really strange. But I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows.
But apparently, legalization does come at a cost. Apparently, it does cost more money now to get weed. It costs more money to get your weed legally than it did to get it illegally.
You know what? If it's going to save you a jail sentence, maybe it's. I mean, I don't want to say maybe
that's
it's
where
worth
the
it.
extra that's the extra fee. I guess
they make it worth it. You justify it on your own and
they're saying that the average fee. Let's say it's a $250 per ounce weed in California. They're saying it's The price will be roughly $330 after taxes and everything else.
But there's some other increase.
No. If you they say that basically that the price is going to go up about 25%.
449.
And then on top of it, there's like a 13% tax or whatever it is. But basically, what it works out to is It's basically 33%. Because if you have a prescription, you don't pay that extra 13% tax or whatever it is. The price is going to go up about 25%. I think even if you have a prescription, but you're not paying the additional tax on top of it.
I don't know.
Which is really weird. I'm surprised that the recreational use has, unless I misunderstood something, because it does seem weird that the price would change for medicinal users.
Yeah.
Just because recreational users can now use it.
Weird wording.
Yeah, so maybe maybe we just misunderstood the video.
Misunderestimated.
We misunderestimated the.
I still love the Bushisms. You know the Wikipedia article on Bushisms?
Sure.
Oh, it has a list of all the Bush quotes. There's some good ones. What was it? I can see a day when human and fish can coexist peacefully. But no, it was one he said misunderestimated.
Okay.
Anyway, but
Sure.
Yeah, credit. I don't know. I just don't know how that's going to work, and if it is going to work, I mean, maybe this is the world coming around.
Well,
because,
look, one of the
listen,
things
we're a
that,
long ways away from the reefer madness era.
one of the
where
things
we
that
thought
Obama did was he basically said, "I'm going to take we're going to take a hands-off approach on this, and we're going to see what the states want to do and how it works." Okay.
Yeah.
And I think at some point that's what it's good that Trump is, at least for now, maintaining that one thing of the Obama legacy and not fucking, because it did,
Because
I
he
guess,
sees-
because it did start in Bush.
That's true.
Under
That's
the
true.
Bush.
But he sees the financial benefit in this. There is going to be a new market of a highly taxable substance.
Do you know
that they
one of
can
the main
sell,
things-
and people will buy it more than a tobacco,
one of the main
more than
things that
alcohol.
hemp can be used for is building materials.
Oh yeah.
He could build Trump towers out of hemp.
Well, they were building,
And it's cheaper and better material. Okay, it'd be easier
And
for
it's
him
also
to grow.
renewable.
Yes, it would be easier for him to grow it and everything
That's
else.
the biggest one. You don't have to wait.
Trump could be the next.
You don't have to wait
biggest
700
supply-
years for a tree to sprout.
He could be the next big producer of marijuana and hemp products.
Hey, you never know. It could
in
be
4 to 8 years.
It could be in his sights. That could be. Listen,
if he could make Trump towers for half the prices and everything else.
he didn't make the Trump towers though.
I'm saying if he could build these towers.
Oh, if he could. Oh.
And have a cheaper material and be able to, improve his cost by that much, I bet he would. I don't think he hasn't thought about it.
He has thought about it.
I'll bet he has. I thought about it. Now I'm not him.
Don't just think about it. Act on it, man. Come on.
I would need his money to kind of act on that. I don't know.
Get your own money. He made his own money. Oh, wait.
I mean, I did make my own money, but unfortunately nobody took it. I made Steve dollars. And
the
dollars.
dollars.
Come on, Steve! I got billions of Steve dollars, and
The
people were like,
dollars
"Yeah,
of
we don't
Steve.
care." Yeah, I forgot what the exchange rate was. It was something about an infinity to 1.
Oh, speaking of infinity to 1, you saw the new Bitcoin scam. Like because it has the word coin in it, it has to be something real. So they're selling bags of tokens, of like laundry tokens. You know, like the plastic tokens.
Now, I saw the picture. Now, are they really doing this, or did someone just make a
They're
picture?
actually
and it's a
doing
goof?
this. No, they're actually doing this.
They're actually doing
this?
this?
Is actually a scam.
So, like, if we actually look for it, there's going to be articles about actually happening.
I heard about it. I heard about it at work.
What's the word?
Happening.
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 Has the
I heard about it at work, and then I saw that. I don't think that was an actual one.
So you heard about something at work that you later saw on Facebook, probably from someone at work, from work?
No, I was on Facebook at work.
Probably the same
No,
thing
somebody
that
was
they
talking
saw
about
that
this.
someone else was talking about.
No, I think it was related to the actual scam of Bitcoins.
I don't
moving from the binary option scam into this new. Absolutely.
I call
Bitcoin
shenanigans.
Absolutely.
No, that people have bought bags of fake coins thinking that they're quote unquote Bitcoins.
Idiots will pay for whatever you tell them to pay for.
I call shenanigans.
It is major shenanigans.
I call
the
shenanigans.
fact that this is happening.
Well, you're saying that people are saying this is happening. I have not seen that people are saying this is happening. I saw a picture of a bag that had Bitcoins on it, and I said, haha, that's funny.
Okay.
And then you said, yeah, people are falling for this scam.
Okay.
But I don't see proof of that. I want to see proof.
I'll get you proof.
Okay.
Cool. What else? Oh, I finished my book.
You wrote a book?
No, I did not write a book. My friend wrote a book.
Helped write a book?
My friend, no. She wrote the book in Hebrew, translated it into English, and it needed work. So I was copy editing.
She wrote
her
it
book.
in Hebrew, and then she translated it into English?
I think it may have been Google Translate and then like refined and cleaned up to a degree. No, it needed a lot of work. But, yeah, it was a lot of it, but I just finished yesterday. 2 days yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was
How long have you been working on it?
for a while. It's been a busy time.
8, 9 years?
No, a couple months.
Ah, okay.
A few months.
Oh, months.
No, it was a good few months. It's just busy time, so I could have done it faster, I think, but yeah, it was fun. It was good to finally finish it. But now that I finished it, having looked through the book, been able to edit it, like it was like I see everything I want to edit.
You see everything?
I see everything. It's like I'm seeing it with my own eyes.
It's just like that.
Just like it.
But different.
Entirely.
Yes. Completely, entirely different. Exactly like that, though.
Yep. Paul Sorvino. See that? Did you see that?
Isn't he that guy that made that wine? Sorvino wine?
No, he was like the mafioso in every movie. Every movie ever made. Oh,
that mafioso Sorvino guy.
Yeah, he was in every movie.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
He was in Beetlejuice as the mafioso, and in The Little Mermaid as the mafioso. And yeah, so apparently his daughter had been harassed by Harvey Weinstein. And Paul Sorvino, he looks like a wise guy, bro.
Is she one of the ones that
I think she is a Me Too.
Took his deal and
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea if she took his deal, but she's a Me Tooer, I think. Yeah, so he threatened to kill him, and then he said I'll probably just slap him around when he realized like he's on tape, and probably shouldn't threaten to kill somebody on tape as a famous actor after what people say.
Yeah, well, when if you had a child, especially a daughter, and someone was trying to blackmail her for sex or whatever the hell this douchebag was doing, to your little girl, you would damn the fucking tapes. And I heard what he said, and he was talking about. At first, he was like, he'd find him if I ever got my hands on Harvey Weinstein, he'd find himself on the ground. He was like magically he'd find himself on the ground. But then later on, he was just like, yeah, I'd fucking kill him.
Yeah.
A couple minutes later, he's like, yeah, it's all fun and games. Yeah, I'd fucking kill him.
Yeah, we know what he means. No, he's a wise guy.
At first, he's trying to be. Yeah, he'd find himself on the ground. Like maybe he's actually going to do something, and for the courts, he doesn't want to be heard on tape saying making an actual threat. But the truth of the matter is, he's never going to do anything to him. Actually, but he can't refuse.
But yeah,
I'll make him an offer he probably wouldn't refuse because it'll be a good deal. It'll be a good deal.
Yes. What else is new in the world?
I don't know. I heard that liberty will prevail in 2018 despite setbacks, according to Ron Paul.
I saw a cartoon, like a comic strip, on Facebook, I think. Yeah. It was that like depressed or like emo chick, like black and white, some like ink drawing. Anyway, it was like her standing in front. You'd probably know it if you saw it. Her standing in front of a door that says 2016, and then the second frame is like showing how like her distraught over how horrible 2016 was, and then the same thing for 2017, and then for 2018, it was her the 2017 was her more beaten up and then more beaten up, and then 2018 was her like ready to fight back. I thought that was kind of an interesting image, like showing how people the extreme left have felt so beaten up that now in 2018 they're ready to fight back. I don't know, but 2018. What's your New Year's resolutions?
I don't have any.
Mine was to finish the book, and I finished that on the 2nd of the year. So
all right, now you're done for the year.
I'm done. That's it.
Put a pin in this one. It's over, folks.
Oh, yep. 2 days in.
Well, yeah, that's interesting there. What else is going on?
Who knows? Neocons are returning to power. Who knows I don't know. I don't care.
No, neither do I.
What else do we have?
Oh, well, yeah. There was this CNN chick New Year's Eve on some party bus or whatever.
This is like round 2 or round 3 or something. Like she's done this a couple of years in a row or something. No?
I don't know. I just saw it this year for the first time. But apparently she was like on some party bus that was going around to the different dispensaries for New Year's Eve. And there was a huge party going on all over. I don't think she was smoking on CNN, but there were everyone around her was and blowing it in her face. She was absolutely under the influence of THC. On TV, and it was hysterical. But yeah, apparently I don't know if like it's New Year's Eve things, but she has done reporting, I guess, on the marijuana legalization
front lines.
She was reporting from the front lines of Denver, Colorado marijuana dispensary bus.
Anderson Cooper standing next to her saying she's always been a go-getter and down there on the front lines.
Where are you going? I'm going to Afghanistan. What about you? Denver,
it's rough.
Denver pot dispensaries.
It's a tough world out there. It gets real cold. Are we gonna have a war this year?
Yes.
World War III has been like on the brink for a long time. Is it gonna happen?
Who's we and where? What? There will definitely be a war this year between who and where. I don't know.
I think once it escalates to a certain point, the entire world is going to get involved. It doesn't matter. I don't think it would even matter who starts it. Whether it's the U.S., whether it's North Korea, whether it's Israel or Saudi Arabia or Iran or Iraq, I don't think it matters who starts it. Everybody's getting involved.
Yeah, but like some little
like everybody
African
is on
nation
edge.
will probably start a war with like
it's going to start small.
African
What was
nation.
the murder of Franz Ferdinand?
No, it happens all the time, and nobody gives a rat's ass.
No, but it's gonna.
There's been a war in Syria going on for what, 7 years, 6 years?
No, but there's going to be a boiling point once it gets big enough.
Ass.
It's not big enough. Once the first big bomb drops, it's going to be fun times. Either that or New World Order, and somebody's just going to kill a bunch of us off. You think he'll die?
In a New World Order?
Yeah,
probably. I'm not a billionaire. So
no, I don't think it's about wealth.
Of course, it's about wealth.
No, not always. Some of the theories
about wealth.
Some of the theories are just releasing a virus, and it kills a random percentage of people.
Nobody wants
not a random percentage of people.
Nobody wants that.
It kills
the people
random.
that want to do these things, they want to be the ones that are repopulating the nation, whether they be white supremacists, whether they be right wing, crazy fanatical, this things or that things or whatever their philosophy is, that we're willing to kill off 95% of the population.
I don't think they need to kill off 95% of the population.
Well,
they're going to kill 95%.
A lot of the crazy theories that I've heard always talk about when the New World Order comes over the next 5 years, 95% of the world's population are going to die.
What is 95% of 7.5 billion?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? What am I, a mathematician?
That's 7 billion. Okay. So 7 billion, 125 million people will be killed.
Let's just say 7.1 billion people.
What do you do with those bodies?
Bury them.
Where?
Cook. I almost said cook them. Not cook them. No.
Cremate
burn
them?
That's the word. Cremate them. There you go.
All at once?
No, one at a time. Probably be best.
So you're releasing the carbon emissions of burning 7,125,000,000 people.
You shoot some into space. You bury some.
No, but just think about the logistics.
Put a couple
of
under the bed.
It doesn't make sense
you can move
to
them
kill
around.
95% of the world's population.
It's like when there's a girl at the door. You know, you don't want her to see your fucking room. So, you put some of the stuff here and some of this mess over there, and you kind of move the mess around a little bit.
That's why I have the behind the door area in my room.
It's the same thing. You put some of the dead bodies over here and some of them over there. Look, they break down. They break down over time. It doesn't take that long.
That's true. Maybe. Just thinking of like different movie.
Think of how nice your fucking
scenario.
Roses would be from all the decomposing bodies and getting into the.
It's actually a good movie, Utopia. TV show, Utopia. Just British TV series about.
Oh yeah.
Utopia.
I hate that shit. That's my least favorite subject.
It's hard to say what the whole thing is about without giving it away. It's a really good show. I'm excited for Black Mirror 4. People told me it was like the Twilight Zone, and I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan. Like black and white, old 60s Twilight Zone.
What's your favorite episode of Twilight Zone?
Wow. That's a tough question.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Next Stop Willoughby. That could be one. Next Stop Willoughby. That's a good one. 50 Yards Over the Rim is one of my dad's favorite ones, and one of mine. Eye of the Beholder. Everyone knows that one. Was it Terror or Terror? The monsters are out on Elm Street to serve man. Come on, man. These are great episodes.
I said, what's your favorite one? I didn't say list all the ones you like a lot.
I mean, I would probably say Willoughby. I forget what it's called. I don't think
your
it's
favorite
called
one. That's it. That's
maybe.
Top number one.
Maybe, or the other one. I forgot what it's called, but the one where the guy has to be quiet for a year. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but that one was brilliant. That was just so twisted, just because a lot of these movies, a lot of these new TV TV shows, movies, and all
TV
these things.
show, you always.
Like a lot of them, if you watch The Twilight Zone now for the first time, you're just going to say, yeah, I've already seen that. Well, yeah, you've seen people copying this. Like, this is the original material in a lot of cases. A lot of the Family Guy has referenced The Twilight Zone on a number of cases, on a number of times.
Don't you want to know my favorite episode?
What is your favorite episode?
It's the one with your mother.
There is.
That was a really long way for me to go to have to say that, but
there is the one. No, there is the other one with the old woman and the two aliens that land in her attic. You know the one I'm talking about?
Nope.
Am I giving this away?
Nope.
Okay. So you should watch this one.
No, I shouldn't.
It's amazing.
I won't.
It's brilliant.
It's not.
But Black Mirror was not exactly like the Twilight Zone. It was similar, but they revised the twists for the modern era using the technological aspect. Have you watched Black Mirror?
Nope.
It's from a diehard Twilight Zone fan. It's really good. You should watch it. Mm-hmm. Don't expect it to be just like the Twilight Zone.
I like to watch shows
it's
like
different and fucked
like
up.
Ask
it's
This
really
Old
good.
House or like
or like
Home
the
Flippers.
original This Old House.
Oh well, those are my favorites.
You should watch those.
I've tried. It's very difficult to watch online for free. If you want to be able to watch the entire series, you have to pay.
How much?
I think it's like $7 or $8 a month. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but considering that most of the skills that you would learn from This Old House aren't really applicable to construction in Israel.
Like grouting tile and?
Well, as I said, most of them aren't. Like
we don't have quarter rounds here. We don't have the baseboards in Israel.
Changing,
it's all parquet.
No, but just like
tile.
if you take it through each season in This Old House, they used to build a house, okay, or redo an old house.
Yeah, it was redoing a
from
house
start to finish, and we talk about framing and everything else, and foundation. And
do they talk about like painting, like how to paint like over light switches? Because
yes,
I'm thinking like this could be good instructional information for Israelis.
I'm sure they probably would have said,
them
don't
not to, like, you know what I mean?
Make sure not
like
to
tape
get paint
around,
on the
their borders and stuff, and like the blue tape, even, if nothing, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, I know what you're talking about, but they're not.
Tape.
That would require
doing things.
Doing
I know what
that.
you mean.
Yeah, and they're not gonna.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This Old House was good. I did watch that.
I really like watching those
Bob Vila.
construct. I started watching this. It's new to me, but this show. I found this new show called First Time Flippers, and it's about a couple
Burger flippers. Their first job.
It's about people that are they try to flip a house. They buy a house and try and fix it up and sell it for hopefully for a profit.
Like tiddlywinks, like
no.
okay.
Those little Asian guys that jump around in the circus.
Are they Asian?
Yeah, Mongolian.
Okay.
Strombolian. I don't know.
Strombolian would probably be Italian. That's not Asian anymore.
All Asian to me. It's hysterical. There was one. There was this an episode in Hawaii. And it was a mother and daughter. Okay, they don't know
Hawaii
how
episodes.
they're sitting with this little hammer, trying to tear apart like the kitchen cabinets and everything, and they're just like tapping on everything with the hammer,
but holding it like really, really close to the top of it,
daintily, like ding, 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 ding. And and the show just sits there and like makes little comments about the things they're doing wrong, and someone says, like, should I do it like this or like this? And someone, you should do it like that. And it's like, no, you shouldn't. And then 5 minutes later, they're having a problem doing something. It's like, see, we told you shouldn't do it this way.
There's this other guy that reviews tools. I was looking into some tool, So I wanted to see a review about it. And I found this guy, and he does a lot of videos, and they're all like 25, 30 minutes long, but reviewing one specific tool or one package set of tools. So there's one that he was doing, because I ended up watching a few of them. This one was like from Amazon, like a pink tool kit with like a pink drill, pink screwdrivers, pink all of this. And his whole idea was to prove how shitty this stuff is. Like, you want to buy this? I'm going to give you a review. I'm going to show you how it is, how terrible this is. So first he tries with a drill, and he really stress tests them, you know, against unmoving parts. Basically he finds that it's actually really good quality stuff. It's all made in China, but it lived up to the drop tests and the stress tests. Like, it didn't kill the battery and strip the motor, and it actually, you know, it shut off properly. Like, it was actually good stuff. But he went into it with the same. Oh, this is so cute. It's so dainty. This pretty little pink tool set. And then I think he ended up maybe like getting another one for like somebody else as a gift, because like it actually worked, like it did.
Not everything from China has to be a $3 piece of shit, you know.
Yes, it does.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Most of it is, but it doesn't have to be.
It was just funny that he went into it saying, "No, this is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be awful. Look at this. This is pussy little stuff," and it was actually, you know. He said, "Yeah, you can do, you know, common things around the house." And he's talking about, "Yeah, you can. It's so cute. You can hang your little picture frames on the walls. You can hang your little doilies and your." It was just being so beautifully like 1980s, 70s, 80s, 90s sexist. It was just so funny to see in this world, because like you don't see that anymore. And I don't know if he was joking or if he was serious. I don't care. It was just,
well, it's pink. No guy is gonna pull up, you know, to the construction site with his pink toolbox.
Exactly. Like, I think that was one of the jokes he made. Even it was good. It was good. What else is new in this world?
Yeah, no, I do believe you would get slightly made fun of for showing up.
Hey, coming here with your tool belt and you have the pink tools.
Funny, though.
Yes. But it would have to have, like, a sewing kit in there as well, just because.
Be funny to swap out someone's tool belt.
Just to add to the sexism
Barbie
of it.
tools or something.
To what?
It'd be funny on the construction site to swap out someone else's tools. And
those are the tools they have to deal with for the day. It was like a wireless thing, drill. It was like $20 or something. It actually made me consider getting like the normal version of it, like the normal.
The not pink one.
The not pink one. That's what we call normal. No, the color that I would use, which is kind of anything but pink.
Anything but pink.
Pretty much.
What about fuchsia?
That's pink. Anything other than a combination of red and white. How about we say that? I could use red. I could use white, but the combination of red and white, only red and white, I would probably not use. Add blue, you know, make it a purple. I could deal with that, I think. Do you like purple?
I don't know. I'm not against purple.
Not
anti-purple.
That is not what I have heard from you.
Not an anti-purplist. Fucking purples. Fucking lazy purples.
It says one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eaters. I remember that song from my kindergarten play. I sang that in kindergarten. It was that and the ooh ee ooh ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. Those two songs I distinctly recall.
Wow. That is interesting.
What songs did you sing at your kindergarten play?
No idea.
I don't know that one. How's it go? I like that song.
Yeah, I'll never forget those words.
It's short and to the point. What else is going on in the world?
I don't know. People write stuff on boards, bags of Bitcoin things. I still think that's just a GIF.
It's not a GIF.
It's a GIF.
What makes it a GIF?
It's because someone made it in a jiffy.
Why?
Because I just said so.
You're not basing this on anything.
No, I was apparently unsuccessfully trying to be funny.
Don't buy Bitcoins. Unless you know what you're doing.
Don't buy bags of Bitcoins that say they're worth over $1 million.
And don't think you know what you're doing. If you think you know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. That's fair, right?
What if you know that you think
I think
what
I
if
know.
you know that you think that you know what you're doing?
Then you think you know what you're doing. Therefore, you don't know what you're doing.
But someone who actually knows what they're doing has to think they know what they're doing as well. So that means that they don't know what they're doing, even though they know what they're doing?
Yes. Something like this.
So no matter what you know, don't buy Bitcoin. Is that what you're saying?
Unless somebody else can say, unless, yes. unless something.
Yes.
Unless something. But not the other thing.
So when X equals yes, then something.
Yes.
I understand that.
I kind of want a belly fanny pack. Have you seen these?
I have seen them.
On
Facebook. Nobody actually has one of those. It's not real.
No, you just give them your money and you don't get anything back. I still want one. That's not true. I don't want one. You know how I know it's not true? The UN voted.
The UN had a vote and said it's not a real bag?
No, they said, I don't actually want one.
Wait. Scroll back up. Scroll.
Because they have
Stop.
that ability.
What the hell?
Do you want to read this?
Donald Trump is still a sexual predator. All right, never mind.
Yeah, this is nothing new, but it is something that should be noted. But
I don't know. There was just a whole big thing in the news that some Hillary supporter had spent like over $500,000 paying the girls that were making those last minute testimonies that they had been sexually harassed by Trump before the election.
The thing with that is, it's once it starts to get big,
that's pretty suspicious when when a supporter of Hillary, is paying these girls to come forward and give their stories. That doesn't mean it's not true,
right?
But it certainly puts everything into suspicion.
But it also it's
certainly like the motives of why she's doing this. It's not for the benefit of those girls, that's for sure.
No, but this happened with Bill Cosby as well. Now he was, and we understand that he was a sexual predator. Some of the women who accused him had nothing to do with it. They just wanted a piece of the pie. They just wanted in on it.
Pie.
What's your favorite pie?
Passed out drugged pie.
What's your favorite pie?
Hair.
Hell pie. Nerd. No,
I am sorry. I refuse to be in any conversation about my favorite pie. I'm sorry. If you want to do that, you can go to like some morning zoo radio.
No,
and
I'm just
talk about stupid things. I hate.
Because like you always hear about rhubarb pie. I don't think I've ever had rhubarb pie.
I have never had rhubarb pie. If I did ever have rhubarb pie, it certainly wasn't good enough to make it into my memory of pie, my pie memory.
I like pecan pie.
You know the spank bank. Well, if you have a pie bank, rhubarb ain't in there.
I like turtles. You've seen that kid, right?
Yes.
I like turtles. Yeah, it was good times.
Oh, wow. Has it been an hour already?
It has been an hour.
Oh, my God.
Already.
Because it felt like longer. All right. Whew.
That was it.
Well, I hope
made
you're
it.
all gonna have a good 2015
Have a
and
productive new year. Stop listening to our podcast and do something
go out
productive
and-
with your lives.
Yeah, seriously, or send us some money.
I mean,
How about this? Stop listening and send us money.
yeah.
That works too. Or listen more and
I
send
think
us more money.
I think I think you just answered the question mark. Step 1, create podcast. Step 2,
Get people to
question mark,
stop
question mark,
listening.
question mark. Step 3, profit
So step 2 is getting people to stop listening.
and send us money. Broadcast yourself telling them to stop listening to you and send you money.
If you hear this, share it on your Facebook and send us money.
Yes.
All right, people. Have whatever it is thing.
Have a thing.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.